My Aunt Hotep. Namaste. Free the land, beloved. Come on in, come on in, come on in. My name is Vicki Dillard, and I'm a very proud contributor right here on FlyNubianQueenTV.com, the network for melanated women just like you. I ain't forgot about my brothers. Shout out to our brothers in the digital building that's been such a blessed support for the Vicki Show and the Fly Nubian Queen Network at large. Thank you so much for tuning in to a special edition to the Vicki Show. It's a special edition because we're here early today, Black family. I wanted to bring you Black news, Black content, Black information, and we are very clear. We are very clear that this is not your CNN. This is not your ABC. This is not your NBC, your CBS, or your Fox News. I need somebody Black to talk Black to me. No, don't get it twisted. We are not they, baby. The kind of news you get here on FlyNubianQueenTV.com, particularly the Vicki Show. Forgive me, I'm moving my phone around for our Instagram family. The news you get here, baby, is we speak to you 3-dimensionally and 5-dimensionally. Shout out to you, Black family, Monique and Faith and Brian and Herbert and all of those of you that are piling into the digital building at this unusual time. Thank you so much, Chili Willie and others. Listen, we speak to you from the 3D and the 5D. Why? Because Black folk, I want you to understand your specialness. Your 465 years of hell points to your specialness, and it points to the new reality that we're getting ready to experience. I need somebody Black to talk Black to me. We are more than what meets the eye. Thank you for tuning into the special edition of the Vicki Show today. Just a little bit of housekeeping before we get ready to get into this Black business of these FedEx essential workers. I need you to pay attention to that. These FedEx essential workers I want to talk about today. These FedEx essential workers. Did you all hear about that? Our brothers. I want to talk about that here in just a moment, but just a little bit of housekeeping as you come in. Please come and giving us a thumbs up, thumbs up. Be sure to like and share. Of course, the Vicki Show is shown on several other platforms where we are reaching people around the world, and we're so humbled and thankful and grateful for that. If you're watching us on one of our other platforms, wherever you're watching us, wherever you're watching us, what platform you're watching us on, and the time might be different. But we thank you for liking, sharing, and engaging. Why do we do this? Why do we ask that you do this? So that it helps to draw other folk into the podcast, thus elevating and lifting the voice of Black people. Shout out to you, Sharice Flemings Wood. Bless you, dear sister. She said I had to cut my phone call short because Vicki is on. Thank you, beloved. Normally we're here weekdays, 6:30 p.m. Eastern time, but we're doing a special edition of the Vicki Show today. And let us go in very briefly. Thank you for giving us a thumbs up. Thank you for liking and sharing. Make sure that you text the word Queens to 31996. Please text the word Queens to 31996 so that you're able to receive phone notifications when we go live from time to time. Shout out again to my Instagram family. Instagram, please get ready to come on over to FlyNubianQueenTV.com here in just a moment. Instagram, please get ready to come over to FlyNubianQueenTV.com here in just a moment, because I'm going to need to use this device. Black family, throughout this COVID-19 coronavirus ordeal, SARS 2.0, let's call it, we have been hearing a phrase that has disseminated and made its way into the American consciousness. And that is the phrase essential workers. How many of you all have heard that phrase? Essential workers. Essential workers. Listen. This notion of the essential workers has made it to the forefront because with the economy shutting down in some areas and with the different areas of people activity being affected, a new emphasis, a new respect for the importance of what's been labeled as essential workers has now made it to the forefront. Somebody say essential workers. Some essential workers include individuals that are your truck drivers, your transportation, train workers, and so forth that transport products and actual human beings. Essential workers that include your doctors and your nurses and your cleaners, hospital cleaners, your garbage men, your school teachers in some ways, your store workers. Are y'all hearing me today? Some of you can list some that are considered to be your essential workers. I began to think about the role that just some of these essential workers that I named, the role that they play in American society and how they keep things running. What we know is that if you are, and as well as your truck drivers, right? Your delivery workers. Is that right, Black family? We acknowledge now our people are in those positions in a disproportionate fashion, right? We disproportionately make up a lot of what they call now these essential workers. So I began to think about if all of these essential workers ceased their work, if all of these essential workers who disproportionately make up our people ceased and desisted their work in these areas, what would America look like for a day? We make up a lot of your hospital workers. We make up a lot of your aides and nurses, cleaners. We provide your food. We cook your food. We check out your groceries. Somebody talk Black to me. We transport your food and your necessities. What would that look like since we, who you are now calling your essential workers, your garbage men? What would America look like for a day? Those who are working in the nursing homes, somebody talk Black to me, where a lot of these outbreaks are taking place. Who typically makes up that workforce? It's a lot of Black folks that tend to take care of the most vulnerable people. Is that right, family? Your domestic workers. I love you back, Damien. Are you hearing me? What would America look like if we shut it down for a day as so-called essential workers? Then I began to think about the fact, I know some other essential workers that have been nameless until this coronavirus epidemic, this coronavirus global pandemic. I need y'all to hang out with me. See, this is a space for intelligent Black people. Listen. Instagram. I need your Instagram to come on over to flynewbeingqueentv.com. I need to use this. Device. Thank you so much, Instagram. By the way, Black family, you can follow me on Instagram at Vicki X Dillard. Follow me on Instagram at Vicki X Dillard. Come on over to Fly New Being Instagram. Listen. So I began to think, America, Lord have mercy, is in a panic right now. America is in a panic because of what? Is it because folks who can work from home, folks who tend to make up the so-called non-essential work, is it because they are really concerned that they're not able to feed their families? Or is it because they are making demands on the essential workers to serve them? The demand is coming from a lot of folk that don't make up the workspace of the essential workers. Is that right, Black family? A lot of the folk that have the loudest voices, a lot of the folks that's showing up to the Capitol with their Confederate and American flags. I need somebody black to talk black to me. We're holding court on the Vicki Show today. We have the gavel here because we want you to understand this is a place of authority where our words carry weight. Lord have mercy. It's not just meant for your unjust judges. It's not just meant for your shady law-breaking lawmakers, Lord have mercy, to hold this mallet, this gavel. Baby, our word carries weight and authority and power. But let me continue. Let me continue. We want you to understand, beloved, that this notion of essential workers, those that's crying out, aren't a lot of grocery store workers, not a lot of cooks, not a lot of hospital aides and nurses and cleaners, not a lot of FedEx workers and U.S. Postal Service workers. How many of you all know that black folks disproportionately make up some of your federal government jobs like the post office? How many of you all remember that I did a podcast some time back where I discussed that during one of the outbreaks? Shout out to you, AJ, for your gift. I bless it 1,000-fold. He says, rise of the Black Queen is a must. Indeed, beloved. Shout out to you, Royal Dixon, for your gift. I bless your gift 1,000-fold. Listen. What we discussed that when disease, germs were being transported and threatening, how many of you already know what I'm talking about now? I know I'm talking to some intelligent black people, to certain celebrities and certain Congress people a few years ago. What was that, family? What was that, black family? A couple of the workers that actually died because of that transport, y'all remember. A couple of the individuals that died, I see you all putting it in the comment section. I see you putting it in the comment section. A couple of the postal workers that died, guess who they were? They were black men. What was it, black family? Shout out to you, Reggie, for your gift. That's right, Reggie. Both flags carry the torch of white supremacy. That's exactly right. That's why I always talk about black folks better not just worry about just the Confederate flag, but what? The American flag. Farrakhan reminded of us that years and years ago. That's right. Other essential workers include what? DoorDash, right? All of those different areas, right? Your Uber drivers, your Lyft drivers. When certain disease was being passed by mail, what was it, family? What was it, family? What was it, family? Anthrax. And with this anthrax, you'll remember, because it disproportionately affected and threatened, let's say, rich and powerful white men, all of DC shut down. And all of the levels of power were activated in order to protect them. They received appropriate and proper tests. But didn't I give you guys a receipt some days back when I showed you that when that disease, when that germ, as it were, was being transported, that anthrax through the Postal Service, the CDC, somebody say the CDC. I said somebody say the CDC. They gave orders not to test the black postal workers. They gave orders not to test. I said they gave orders, direction not to test them. Thumbs up, black family. As you come in, please come and giving us a thumbs up. Be sure to like and share. I did a podcast on that some days back. Don't ever miss the Vicki Show. You don't know what gem might be dropped, what idea might be sparked, what dot might be connected for you, what piece of the puzzle that just might be missing. Listen, the essential black workers were the ones who died, and they appeared to be the guinea pigs in that little experiment that some of your wicked and unsavory scientists were engaged in. I gave you the receipts on that. Listen. And so back to this notion of folks storming the Capitol with their AK-47s and with their guns, demanding their right to die. Lord have mercy. Demanding that restaurants open, demanding that they have full-fledged access to stores and other places. Baby, they're not doing that because they're not able to work. They're not able to make money. They're not able to feed their families. Those that really are not engaged or that don't occupy the jobs of these essential workers, dear family, they want you to die for their sake. They know that you're going to be the front lines men and women. They are demanding to be served at your expense. So now everybody is talking about pushing through legislation. Is that right? For why? For these essential workers. And I believe that's a good thing. I believe that's an important thing, primarily because it disproportionately makes up jobs that our people occupy. Is that right, Black family? Thumbs up, thumbs up. By the way, I'm drinking my water today from this beautiful Fly Nubian Queen mug that you can get at shopfnq.com. That's shopfnq.com. You can get all kinds of products, backpacks, book shirts that even say "Talk Black to Me" at shopfnq.com. That's shopfnq.com. Listen. I was reading a piece from The Atlantic that was written a few days ago that says, "Don't blame Econ 101 for the plight of essential workers." And they have pictures of a postman. They have pictures of medical folk. They have pictures of messengers and delivery workers and so forth. Listen, it says that the workers who restock grocery shelves, the workers who aid the dying in hospice care centers. Somebody say shout out to Black people. Somebody say shout out to our people. The workers who pick strawberries and butcher chickens and cows, who transport vital goods from port to store and spirit away trash and recycling homes and businesses, who change the linens in hospitals. Somebody say shout out to our people. Somebody say shout out to the essential workers who what did I say? Change the linens in hospital, deliver food, watch babies, and help people with disabilities. Along with doctors and nurses, these are the heroes of today's crisis. They are the people putting themselves at risk to keep others alive and society functioning through the country's shelter-in-place orders. Shout out to you, Erin, for your gift. May your gift be blessed 1,000-fold. Listen, they are the essential. But we also know, the article says, it says, so why are so many of these workers making poverty wages? May I say to you, the essential workers are getting a lot of attention now. Certain Congress folk are pushing for essential hazard pay for them that I believe they deserve. These essential workers that keep you alive in hospitals and that keeps your place sanitized so that you don't necessarily contract disease. Essential workers that make sure that you get products and packages in the mail. Essential workers that keep your life going. Essential workers that make up the gas attendants. Essential workers that check out your groceries. Essential workers that cook your food. Why does this remind me of an essential worker? Another essential worker. Why does this remind me? Let me get my paper here. Of another essential worker. Shout out to you, Francine, for your gift. She says, thank you, Vicki, for your labor of love, truth, and encouragement for our people. Oh, thank you, beloved. I bless your gift 1,000-fold. Why does that remind me of Maria Judge? Why does it remind me of a guy by the name of Hercules? and Paul Jennings. These essential workers. What do you mean, Vicki? Who is Maria Judge? Who is Hercules? Who is Paul Jennings? Well, these were once slaves. Let me tell you something. As I continue to prove in the diverse number of topics and subjects on the Vicki Show, there is never not a topic. There is never not a time or a subject or an area of people activity whereby our people and the original sin of America, the original sin of America and the present sin of America is not relevant. Somebody talk black to me. The essential workers. I'm reminded that this is a good time for us to invoke their names. I'm reminded that this is a good time to tell the politicians, just like you all, some of you all are going to work to ensure hazard pay for the essential workers, those that's keeping the economy going, those that's keeping your life going. Just like you can understand their necessity and their contribution to the American life. And the American economy, when I'm talking about the American economy, I'm talking about not only financially, not only with the dollar bill, I'm also talking the economy in terms of your life and its ability to move and to operate and to exist. Shout out to you, Silent D, for your gift. I bless it a thousandfold. Silent D Production says, keep bringing the fire, Queen. Thank you, beloved. Thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up. I tagged you, tweet FedEx just put out. Well, beloved, hang on. I'm going to give you the latest update. Y'all know how I do with the Vicki Show. We come with the receipts. Thank you, beloved. Thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up, family. Thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up. Keep liking and sharing. Listen. So that's this thing that everybody is paying attention to now. And what's taking place with our brothers with FedEx. I want you to keep those names that I just mentioned to you in the back of your mind while I get ready to show you this brief clip of what took place with the FedEx black drivers. I'm going to show you that brief clip. This has been all over social media, but you all know I like to cross my T's and dot my I's. I want you to see this brief clip. Copyright disclaimer under Section 107 of the Copyright Act of 1976. Allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, news, reporting, teaching, scholarship, and research. Fair use is use permitted by copyright statute that might otherwise be infringing. Non-profit, educational, or personal use tips to balance in favor of fair use. Now, let me get ready to cue this video. While I'm cueing the video, I thank you for giving us a thumbs up on the count of 3. For those of you that haven't, hit that thumbs up button. 1, 2, 3, thumbs up. While I'm cueing this, give me just a second. Thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up. And make sure that you are subscribed. And at the bottom of your screen, there should be a share button. Hit the share button, family. Copy the link and share it out on your social media platforms, your email, your text messages, and tell folks to tune into an early special edition of the Vicki Show. It's important that this message is heard. Thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up. Watch this. Here we go. Watch this. All right. Keep thumbs up, keep liking and sharing, family. Thumbs up, keep liking and sharing. Watch this very brief interaction here. Let me get the sound up. On video camera, I don't care. Pay attention to the dynamics here. Hopefully you guys can see this okay.
Say it out here.
You lying like hell.
You can put it on video camera. I don't care. Come on, say it. No, you come out here and tell me again you gonna whoop me. That's what I want you to do. Put it on video camera. I want you to. You said you was gonna come. No, no, you don't lie.
Man, you lying like hell, bro.
That stuff and said you were gonna beat my ass. Come out here and do it. That's what I want you to do. Now I'm on
Man, this dude straight lying, bro. God.
You know
this man lying, bro. God, this man came out of nowhere and started cursing, bro.
One thing I don't feel is that right there. I want you to just say what you said when I was on your grave.
This man came out and started.
You tell me to move. You're right. I didn't never say I wasn't. I'll move off of your grass. But you didn't have to come out there cussing me like that, like I'm some child. I ain't no little boy. I'm no little boy. I'll wait till the police come.
You can record all you want, bro. I got you
right there.
I got
That's
you,
where your
bro.
power at right there. That's your power. That's his power. That's where your power at right there. Where you going? Man, I ain't finna waste my time with you. You got my information. You got my information. They'll find me. They'll find me. You need to get your glasses back on. Yeah, I thought you were gonna whoop my ass too. Say it.
Did you all hear what that black man just said? Did you hear what that black man just said? I'm afraid we might have missed just how powerful the weight of his words were there. I'm afraid that we might have missed what our brother said. Let me analyze it. I'm getting ready to play it again. I'm getting ready to play it again in just a second, but let me give you the latest. Silent D Production was talking about this, but Silent D Production, beloved, you know your sister tries to maintain it. I try to be on it. This is from Newsweek. Just a few minutes ago, somebody put in the chat Black Power and then put in their Blacklash. Somebody please put in the chat Black Power and then put in their Blacklash. Are y'all hearing me today? Are y'all hearing me today? So y'all can get ready to put this link in the chat from Newsweek. The link will be in the chat in a moment. This piece that just came out from Newsweek is already in the chat. Shout out to our moderators. Newsweek put out just a piece that just came out just a little bit ago. It says FedEx says it did not fire workers who posted viral video of racist customer. Just so you guys know, the black workers, the black men who you just saw in that video, this is now a piece. I'm switching between articles. I'm reading now from Top Buzz. I'm going to go back and forth. Top Buzz, you see the brothers there? You see the photos? Top Buzz says black delivery drivers fired by FedEx for posting video of white customer racially abusing them. Well, according to our brothers, they put out on social media this, according to an account posted by a driver identified as Antonio on Twitter. He and a delivery partner, Felinze, were making deliveries in Georgia when the incident happened. So two of the names that's given as ostensibly, we're saying apparently based on the way this is written and also based on one of the tweets that I saw, which I'm going to share with you in a moment. Antonio on Twitter, it says he and delivery partner Felinze were making deliveries in Georgia when the incident occurred, which we already know what happened. I just showed you a clip of that, right? According to this tweet from Antonio Braswell on Twitter, you can see a copy of the tweet there. It says, backstory, just delivered. This is a tweet again from Antonio, who's presumed to be a voice and the page of one of the black drivers. It says, backstory, all we did just delivered his package. Mind you, he was in the house. It was quick stop. As soon as we were leaving, he ran out his house, cursing and threatening us, and we just apologized. But he kept escalating the situation, then kept saying he would whoop our black asses. I'm just reading you the way he wrote it. Antonio, you see this other tweet with the video link? Here's the updated part. It says, update, FedEx called and told me to take down this video and fired both of us today. I'm reposting this video because people like him doesn't matter. White or any race should never disrespect essential workers putting their lives in jeopardy, especially with this COVID-19. Antonio, another tweet. So we stopped the truck, and that's when I started recording the incident. After the video, the police came and we told our side of the story, and the man said to the police, they looked like they would have broken into my house while my wife is there, end quote. The white dude was lying the whole time. So what appears to be a message from one of the brothers, I'm going to say it like this. What appears to be a message from one of the brothers under the name Antonio said that FedEx called them and told them to take down this video. I'm reading again, one of the tweets, and fire both of us today. I'm reposting this video because people like him, doesn't matter, white or any race, should never disrespect essential workers putting their lives in jeopardy, especially with the COVID-19. Watch this, Black family. After the goings down of this, for the past 48 hours or so, watch this. I'm going back to the other article from Newsweek. Newsweek comes out with a piece with this headline. It says FedEx said it did not fire workers who posted viral video of racist customer. Watch this. Thumbs up, thumbs up. You all see now, I'm going to tell you why I asked you to put in there Black Power. The reason I asked you to put in there Black Power in the comment section. Black Power. Black Power. Blacklash. Watch this. FedEx has denied reports it fired two of their drivers after a video of them confronting a customer over alleged racist incident in Georgia was posted online. Watch this. Let me skip because we already know the story. So I'm not going to repeat the Newsweek incident because I just showed it to you. Watch this. It says, let me get to it. In a statement, FedEx said it was aware of the incident and has launched an investigation. It said it did not fire the men as they were employed by an independent service provider, which is, quote, no longer providing service on behalf of FedEx, but has offered employment to them both. Did y'all hear that? I'm going to say it again. It said it did not fire the men as they were employed by an independent service provider, which is no longer providing service on behalf of FedEx, but has offered employment to them both. Did you all hear that? But why did this occur, Black family? Before I go there, let me keep reading. It says a statement added, we are aware of the incident in Georgia that led to the release of two drivers employed by a service provider. We're offering employment while investigating to ensure an appropriate outcome. We take seriously allegations of discrimination, retaliation, or improper employment actions. Shout out to you, Scotty. FedEx and Blackwell have been contacted for further comment. Now I'm going to read that little part again because it seems like it's a little murky. Because of the unique employment situation, FedEx is trying to technically say that they didn't technically fire them, though there appears to have been a middle person, a company involved. But how many of you all know that many of you know that if you are contracting with such a large company like FedEx, you are going to do the bidding of FedEx in whatever way that you can? And how many of you all know that a third party that tends to get most of its business from such a large company like FedEx, most of the time they're going to do whatever the large company that's paying them, where they have the largest contract from, how many of you all know that they're not going to mess up that? But I'm going to leave that at that for now. But either way, directly or indirectly, FedEx is involved in this. And we see FedEx is now backing back because of the backlash. Somebody say the backlash. Somebody say because of the backlash. Somebody say because of the backlash. Also in this, it discusses the fact, as the clip went viral, hashtag boycott FedEx. Somebody say hashtag boycott FedEx. See, this is what's been going on with a lot of Black Twitter, Black social media folk, because how many of you all know that when you look at the numbers, Black folk also disproportionately make up a lot of the activity on social media. This is the reason why Facebook has gotten in a whole lot of trouble, because of its mistreatment of its really an essential base of a lot of the social media platforms. Black folk disproportionately use these platforms. Why? Because we tend to be shut out of white mainstream, but we're making the grassroots, we're making these other alternative forms of media, we're making that the new mainstream. Shout out to one of my Black sisters who sent me a blessing. And she said, Vicki, you always say you're not mainstream. She says, no, sis, you're not white mainstream. But she says that you're starting a movement. Those aren't my words. I'm humble enough to know that I'm connected to the other work of my other Black family that's on the front lines of pushing the Black narrative to the forefront in whatever way that we can. Whether it's written publications like the Final Call newspaper or one of the other powerful Black publications, or whether it's a powerful Black social media outlet, or a powerful Black radio station that's about the business of the Black collective, and that's not puppets and controlled by white folk and white interests. Somebody talk Black to me. I'm not talking about the dead Black media that's trying to make a comeback. So Lord have mercy. Lord have mercy. I'm not talking about the dead Black media that's trying to make a comeback by saying they're Black news or saying that they're Black media, when in fact all they really are is focused on and pledges allegiance to white supremacy people and institutions and system. Baby, I'm not talking about them. I'm talking about Black folks that's demanding stuff like Black reparations. I'm talking about Black folks that's pushing Black empowerment. I'm talking about Black folks that's demanding freedom, justice, and equality for Black folks. Somebody say be one. Somebody say be one. The piece says, as the clip went viral with tens of thousands of people. Let me skip. As the clip went viral, boycott FedEx became one of the top trending topics on Twitter, with tens of thousands of people demanding that the workers get their jobs back. Somebody say that backlash. And of course, we know there were some other white folks that jumped in on it too. Some other brown folks that jumped in on it too. Some other red folks, some other types of people, yellow folks maybe, that even retweeted some stuff. But somebody say that we are always the grassroots. We're always the ones that has to spark that fire. How many of you all know that we start to elevate the voice, and our voice begins to resonate, and it begins to permeate when we begin to unify and do it together? Somebody say that backlash. Somebody say that backlash. It's the same reason why your presidential candidates are talking about reparations. The reparations conversation is not being had because the Congressional Black Caucus, that caucus that's made up of your Black Congress people, it's not because they've been pushing reparation, because they've been in existence a long time. Aside from maybe Congressman Conyers, who's no longer in Congress right now, he used to push, the idea of reparations and stuff. But by and large, the conversation is because the you and I's have been pushing that conversation. I want you to pay close attention again to what our brother said on this video. I want you to pay close attention, because I'm getting ready to play this video again. Over 1,000 of you in the chat at this unusual time, an early edition of the Vicki Show. Thank you for tuning in. Those of you that are coming in, we do ask that you come in giving us the thumbs up, thumbs up. We ask that you come in giving us the thumbs up, thumbs up. Be sure to like, be sure to share. I want to play this video again, and I want you to listen. I want you to pay attention to the black and white dynamics that's at play here. I want you to pay attention to the optics here. And I want you to pay close attention to what our brother just said. Are you ready? I'm getting ready to play the video again. I just updated you on what FedEx said, but I also told you what the brothers initially said. And I want you to consider something here in just a moment.
Say it out here.
You lying like hell.
You can put it on video camera. I don't care. No, you come out here and tell me again you're going to whoop me. That's what I want you to do. Put it on video camera. I want you to. You said you was going to come whoop me. No, you don't lie.
Man, you lying like hell, bro.
That stuff and said you were going to beat my ass. Come out here and do it. That's what I want you to do. Now I want to
man, they do. Bro, God.
you know
this man lying person, bro.
Don't feel it.
Man, no.
Come out here and tell me again you're going to whoop me. That's what I want you to do. Put it on video camera. I want you to. You said you was going to come. No, you don't lie.
Man, you lying like hell, bro.
That stuff and said you were going to beat my ass. Come out here and do it.
Are you guys paying attention to the body language of this black man? Look at his hands. Are you paying attention to the volume and the bass in his voice? And are you paying attention to the fact that this brother, somebody talk black to me. Are you paying attention to the fact that this brother was giving this racist white man who threatened to beat his ASS? Did you see the brother point and give him some instruction? I need somebody black to talk black to me. Did you see the brother? Did he look like those Negroes? Did he look like one of them that said, I sorry, sir. I sorry, master. Did he give you those slave vibes? Did you get any slave vibes? Did you get any Jim Crow vibes from this brother from FedEx? Did you all get any Jim Crow vibes from our brother with FedEx? Somebody talk black to me. I'm waiting for you to respond. Somebody just said no. Somebody just said no. Somebody just said no. Did you all get any FedEx vibes? Or rather, Jim Crow vibes. What did he do, y'all? Somebody said, hell no. Watch this. What did he do, y'all? What did the brother do? He didn't just say, come out here and say that. Did you see him give him some, did you see that black male, that black masculinity? Somebody talk black to me. He didn't go swinging crazy. The brother wasn't being disrespectful. I just read you from the article that there were some other things that this white racist was saying before the moment they started to record. That white man was talking real greasy. The white man was threatening them. Did you sense? What did you sense? What kind of vibes was you sensing from that interaction right there when you saw that dynamic right before your face? What kind of vibes was y'all picking up? Why are you laughing at me, Tanisha? Somebody talk black to me. Somebody talk black to me. What kind of vibes were you picking up, black family? Lord have mercy. He didn't look like one of them black men that was acquiescing and bowing down to this wild display. Watch this, of white fragility. My God, today. Shout out to you, Verna, for your gift. I bless your gift 1,000-fold. Thank every one of you that's supporting Black media financially. Thank every one of you. Somebody said authority. Watch this. You didn't get any kind of buttery bussy bite vibes. God have mercy today. Y'all better stop playing. Did you guys get any buttery bussy bite vibes? Did you all get buttery bussy bite vibes? What are we gonna call? Did you all get those, any of that? Listen. No, baby. He wasn't reckless either, was he? They were wise because they started to videotape it, right? But at the same time, he was standing up because that man had threatened him. Did you remember what I just read to you about what took place before the video started to go forth? Do you remember what our brothers told us? Buying through that tweet of what really was going on. Do you all remember that? He was threatening him. He was being aggressive. Wasn't he, family? But in the video, he was being poised. He was being balanced. But you were still seeing a display of black masculinity. Shout out to black masculinity. But you got to know that when this video went viral because of the backlash, you guys have to understand that white fragility, the fragileness, the weakness that attends the white racist, you understand they're fearful now. Somebody talk black to me. You're understanding that when they saw that, they became fearful. Somebody say, hit that gavel one more time for black masculinity. That's for you. Shout out to you, Michael, for your gift. Mike said, I got buttery bussy bite vibes from the white supremacists. I know that's right, but I know that's right. His hand was on his hip, was lightweight moist. You ain't never lied. 1,100 plus of you in the chat. Welcome to this special and early edition of the Vicki Show today. Please come in giving us a thumbs up, thumbs up. Be sure to like and share. Make sure that you notate. Shop FlyNubianQueenBusiness.com, rather. Shop FlyNubianQueenBusiness.com. FlyNubianBusiness.com is a space for you to go to learn how to build a black business. I'm going to tell you why that's important in a minute. During this time, shout out to you, Rashonda, for your 2222. That's a master number. I bless your gift 1,000-fold, dear sister. Watch this. I'm going to go back. Let's keep analyzing what our brothers just said. Let's keep analyzing what our brothers just said. Remember, Antonio, that appears to be a tweet that was put out by one of the black workers, or at least be the voice. It appears that it's one of the a voice for one of the black FedEx workers under the name Antonio, said that they apologized, but that the man said he would whip their black asses. So this white supremacist was talking with the one with the like our brother just said, the one with his hands on his hips, holding his phone. The pale vanilla buttery pussy pie. With his little hands on his hips and stuff. He was telling these brothers that he was going to whip their asses. He was threatening them. Somebody talk black to me. But I want you to keep listening to what else our brother told him.
This man came out of nowhere and started cursing, bro.
One thing I don't feel, get that right there. I want you to just say what you said when I was on your ground.
This man came out and started.
Oh, you come out here and tell me again you're going to whoop me. That's what I want you to do. Put it on video camera. I want you to. You said you was going to come. No, you don't lie.
Man, you lying like hell, bro.
That stuff and said you were going to beat my ass. Come out here and do it. That's what I want you to do. Now I want you to lie.
Man, this dude straight lying, bro. God.
You know
this man lying, bro. God, this man came out of nowhere and started cursing, bro.
One thing I don't feel, get that right there. I want you to just say what you said.
Did you hear what the black man said? The black man told this white man with his hands on his hip. He said, one thing I don't fear is that right there. So the man was recording him like he's supposed to be scared. This is the white man trying to reinstitute Jim Crow. Shout out to you, AJ, for your gift. I bless your gift 1,000-fold, AJ. Thank you for supporting Financially Black Media. AJ said, you give me chills. Whoa. Thank you, beloved. It's spirit, beloved. I bless your kind words as well. Listen. Did you hear what the black man said? He said, one thing is, I don't fear. When a black man says anything that's got to do with, I'm not scared. Woo-wee! Y'all, I think y'all have missed what's going on. This is bigger. Y'all, this is economics at play. This is a justice thing going on. This is a racial dynamic going on. But I don't know if you all recognize that this is also a sign. Are y'all ready for this? Y'all ready for this? Y'all like, Vicki, you see that? Y'all gonna get ready. Y'all gonna say, Vicki, you see this in this FedEx interaction? Let me tell you something. I don't think y'all see the fact that this is the rising of the black gods. You're dealing with corporations that have everything to do with slavery. You're dealing with black labor and white wealth. Somebody say, shout out to Dr. Claude Anderson. Get his book. Shout out to you, Eric, for your gift. I bless your gift 1,000-fold. You're dealing with black labor, white wealth. You're dealing with corporations. You're dealing with black power. You're dealing with that backlash because we were threatening for the last almost 48 hours to boycott FedEx. And y'all know black folks, we now control the narrative. We're the one that gives things legs. We're the ones that make stuff pop off with our collective voice, using our alternative media in a unified fashion. Did y'all hear what I said? What you're seeing, black family, is the rise of the black gods. What do you mean gods, Vicki? The little g. Understanding that we come from the supreme big G, the supreme God, but it's written in scripture even. Psalm 82 as well as John chapter 10, that ye are gods, a little g, one with force and power. When I'm using the word gods, I mean one with force and power. You are seeing the rise of the black gods. Y'all better go sit your funny looking self down. And the brother told that little sassy, somebody say sassy, that little white fragilicist, sassy looking little sassy with his little hands on the hips and his phone's in his hand. After talking all that noise, don't forget you talked all that noise. Don't forget you were making a whole lot of threats. He was expecting a black buttery bussy bite. That white man was expecting a black man to rush off into his car and just accept the threat. You know, black man and black woman, that no, we're not supposed to be the aggressor. We don't violate law on us. Somebody told black to me. You don't get to threaten our God life, the gift that God gave us. The best thing we can do in return to the gift that God gave us for this life is to defend it. He was expecting somebody to say, well, just go ahead and kill me.
On your ground.
Go ahead and threaten me. Speak aggressively and move aggressively. Somebody told black to me. Thumbs up, black family. Thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up. Hit that notification bell. That's right, Eric. No more Amber Geiger sassy. That's right. His sassy self. Watch this. Let's go back to what the brother said again. Keep listening. Now, I just told you, the brother just told him, I ain't scared of that right there, right? He's letting them know, I don't fear that right there. But more than that, his actions tell him, I don't fear that. In fact, he told you, the brother is wise. He's not crossing the lines now, right? He's behind the lines of his property. Shout out to you, We Shall Rise. Oh, that's a powerful name. Fly Nubian Queen. I don't know anything about that you're talking about. Please send your message to one of the moderators in there, beloved. I don't control that, okay? Moderators, please respond to We Shall Rise. Thank you for your gift. We bless it 1,000-fold. Thumbs up, family. Thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up. Listen again to what the brother said next.
That's what I want you to do.
Man, this dude straight lying, bro. God.
You know
This man lying, bro. God. This man came out of nowhere and started cursing, bro.
One thing I don't feel is that right there. I want you to just say what you said when I was on your ground.
This man came out and started.
You tell me to move. You're right.
Now let's stop right there. Notice how both of the black men, through their recounting what took place, as well as the black gentleman that ostensibly, the other black worker who appears to be holding the camera and recording it. Notice how he says, you lying, you lying. That's what the devil does. How many times do I have to tell y'all? It's written that the devil is a what? When I say devil, baby, I'm using a symbolic term. to describe the traits and activity of an opponent. The devil is a liar. Remember, we broke that down from John. When he lies, it's consistent with his character. Remember, I told you when the devil lies, when he puts on a suit, the devil puts on a lie suit. When the devil drives his car, it's a lie car. When he speaks, he's speaking lie words. When he's breathing, it's lie breath. When he's parallel parking, it's a parallel lie. Y'all play too much. When he buys his clothes, it's a lie purchase. It's a lie ties, lie socks. When he's snoring at night, it's a lie snore, baby. When you take an Advil, it's a lie Advil. When you're mopping, it's a lie mop. Somebody talk back to me. Notice that's a consistent trait.
I didn't ever say
of an open enemy. They lie. It's deception. Why would that white man lie right there? The white man is lying so that he can justify whatever activity he was doing. If something goes down, he wanted to lie, right? To reshape what was really going on. That's an act of warfare. Deception is a part of warfare. But the brothers are engaged in both defensive and offensive activity. Shout out to our brothers, but keep listening. Thumbs up, 1,200 plus of you in the chat for this special Vicki show that's on early today. Thank you for tuning in to a special edition of the Vicki show today. Decided to go early. Make sure those of you that are tuning in right now that you look at the bottom of your screen, that you hit the share button, copy the link and share it on social media. Share that link in your text message, share it on the email, and let everybody know that tune in to the Vicki show today. This is important. Keep liking and sharing. By the way, you can follow me on Instagram where I posted some of this at Vicki X Dillard. Follow me on Instagram at Vicki X Dillard. Follow me on Instagram at Vicki X Dillard. Keep listening. Shout out to you, Brian, for your gift. I bless it 1,000-fold.
For your grad, but you didn't have to come out there cussing me like that, like I'm some child. I ain't no little boy.
What did the brother just say?
I wait till the police come.
What did the brother just say? Didn't the brother just bust him and say, baby, this is not Jim Crow? Didn't the brother just say, what did the brother just say to this white man? And after giving him instructions to come out here behind enemy lines so that you don't get me for being on your property. After recording the video, handling his business, recounting what really went on. Somebody talk black to me. What did the brother tell him?
This man came out of nowhere and started cursing, bro.
One thing I don't feel is that right there. I want you to just say what you said when I was on your ground.
This man came out and started.
You tell me to move. You're right. I didn't ever say I wasn't. I don't move off of your grass. But you didn't have to come out there cussing me like that, like I'm some child. I ain't no little boy.
You know that's got the white fragility shaking like this when he said, what did he say, black family? He said, I ain't no little boy. Y'all are so sweet with your kind comments. Y'all saying, all hail the queen. Bless you, beloved. I bow to you, black family. Did y'all hear what he said? He said, I ain't no little boy. In fact, y'all know how I tell all the people of the different races, different people groups, different backgrounds. You know how I tell? Remember, I always remind you that we're the mothers and fathers of civilization. You know that scripture that says, honor your mother and father. That little buttery bussy bite, that white man, the little white fragilitist with his little hands on the hips recording. Didn't your daddy tell you to come over here and say that? Didn't your daddy tell you to come over here and say that? He's reminding you, baby, this ain't Jim Crow, boo. I ain't no little boy. Somebody say the rise of the black gods is seen during this COVID-19 pandemic. Oh my God, today. This essential black FedEx worker. Let me help y'all understand something. We are making history even with the Vicki show. We are making history with Fly Nubian Queen and other black content creators. Don't you know that when the books are written and they look back on the records, the modern records, they're going to see how we covered stuff. They're going to see how we shaped the narrative, how we shaped our society, how we shaped our world in our particular time, space continuum. What did we do in our day, in our time? Let me tell you all something.
I'm no little boy. I'll wait till the police come. You can record all you want, bro. I got you right there. That's where your power at right there. That's your power.
Did you hear what the black man said? The brother mocked the white man holding his phone, and he said, that's your power right there. He was challenging his power. He was letting him know in no uncertain terms that you are weak. You are weak. White supremacy is a lie. Somebody told black to me. How many of you all know there's a truth and a lie of white supremacy? One of my dear brothers once said it like that before, that white supremacy, there's a truth and a lie of white supremacy. Did you all hear what that black man just said? He said that he was letting them know that camera you holding. He said, that's your power right there. I'm scared that you all are missing the profundity of the moment. I know y'all like, Vicki, you saw all that in that quick little minute or two. Yes. You got to be able to see beyond sight with your first eye. Some of you call it your third eye, but you got to see beyond sight of the goings on. Thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up. Listen again. We're almost done. It ain't but about 20, 30 more seconds. But listen, I don't want us to miss nothing. This is a place for intelligent black people. I'm not just going to just rattle off a bunch of stats and figures, which I often do on the Vicki Show, and provide you with a whole lot of heavy receipts. Beloved, there's other types of knowledge. There's other types of insight. I'm trying to give you prophetic insight. I'm trying to also give you foresight. I'm trying to give you, what did I say? Insight. And I'm trying to give you foresight. I operate with a perceptive knowledge is how I operate. Somebody talk black to me. Why? Because we're more than what meets the eye. Listen one more time to the last little bit of what this brother said.
You can record all you want, bro. I got you right there. That's where your power at right there. That's your power. That's his power. That's where your power at right there. Where you going? Man, I ain't finna waste my time with you. You got my information. You got my information. They'll find me. They'll find me. You need to get your glasses back on. Yeah, I thought you were gonna whoop my ass too.
Somebody say the rise of the black gods and goddesses. Somebody say the rise of the black gods and goddesses. He told him, that's your power right there. Woo! He really rendered him powerless by his recognition. Y'all play too much. Y'all play too much. I hope y'all didn't miss that. I hope y'all didn't miss that. Vicki, when the show started, you started talking about how this FedEx worker is an essential worker. Vicki, you mentioned Maria Judge, Hercules, and Paul Jennings. These were just some of the names of the slaves of a couple of your so-called founding fathers, who are essential workers. This is always a good time, family. This is a good time for us to remind Joe Biden and even Donald Trump. The fall of America is sure. And it could be lessened or mitigated, or it can be further exacerbated or made worse by your treatment of the descendants of American slaves. What you do with us and by us determines everything. Shout out to you. We shall rise again. For your gift again, I bless it 1,000-fold. The rise of foundational Black America has begun. Yes, indeed, this is history. We shall rise indeed, beloved. Listen, I was thinking, because this situation is a multidimensional situation that we need to analyze, Black family. I heard Minister Farrakhan say many years ago, and I don't want you all to forget this. When I talk about how we're at war and how America has waged war against us for nearly 5 centuries, 465 years. Business is warfare. I said, business is warfare. We see now that FedEx and its affiliates are trying, either both or one or the other, directly or indirectly trying to backtrack because of the backlash that they got. Watch this. And the Black men said that they were told to take down the video. They were told that they were fired. But now FedEx is saying, no, we're offering them employment and what have you. Let me tell you something. This is a good reminder that Black folk need to support Black businesses and that you need to start Black businesses during COVID-19. If we are saying we're building a new world, a new reality, we better start getting our practice in. We better start to get going now. We better start to build Black businesses. We better start investing more and more in it now. That's one of the reasons why I constantly push flynubianbusiness.com. Shout out to Fly Nubian Queens. That's a part of Fly Nubian, this network. That way you can get insight and training from other Black folk that's doing business for a reasonable rate. flynubianbusiness.com. Are y'all hearing me today? When 100% of our income, when you're 100% reliant on the corporate plantation, that's a dangerous thing because they control you economically. They can control your speech. They control your Black liberation work if they're writing all of your checks. But if you own your Black business, or if you don't believe that it's your job, if you don't believe it's your place to own your own Black business, but you want to have an additional form of income, it can be, as you all call it, a side hustle. Don't you know that you can experience a greater level of freedom when you are not 100% reliant on white supremacist systems? Some of you are in contractual situations with white supremacist people and institutions that you can't even say what you want to say on social media because you know that you're afraid that your boss is going to go look up. You're scared that they're going to see you post a video or a picture, and that's going to put your little position in jeopardy. Black family, that's a type of slavery and control. I need somebody Black talk Black to me. You see your Black brothers and sisters perishing and dying, and it's being recorded, and you see nothing is being done about it except for more Black death, but you are scared to lose your job. You're not able to enlist in the Black army for the liberation of your people. When I say Black army, I'm talking about through your intelligence, through education, through building Black business. Don't misunderstand. There are different kinds of soldiers. You're a school teacher, you're a soldier. You're a mother, you're a soldier. Ain't nobody tell me my mama and my grandparents weren't soldiers. When you're a school teacher and a business owner, you are a type of soldier. Thumbs up, Black family. Thank you for tuning into a special edition of the Vicki Show, where I've come to you a little bit early today. Please keep giving us a thumbs up, liking and sharing. 1,200 plus of you in the digital building. Thank you for joining us. Please make sure that you like and that you share this broadcast. Also, make sure that you catch up on some of my other shows that I've done as well. We know that they have literally and regularly tend to shadow ban the Vicki show on a regular basis, but that's okay. I believe that at the right time, the right people will see my broadcast. And also, my show is often replayed on Fly Nubian Queen platforms on other places. And I'm also a contributor on another powerful Black network as well. If you're watching us elsewhere, thank you for liking, sharing the broadcast. Wherever you're watching the Vicki show on, please like and share. Make sure you subscribe to Fly Nubian Queen, because I'm not the only Fly Nubian Queen. And I don't want you to miss the other powerful Black voices like my sister Jade Arendelle, who's on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. Jack, thank you for your gift. Jack says, thank you, Sister Vicki. Thank you, beloved, for your kind words. I bless it 1,000-fold. She's on 12 p.m. Eastern, Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays. And there are others as well. So make sure you're subscribed. Thumbs up, family. Like and share. Also, don't forget to follow me on Twitter at Dillard Vicki. Follow me on Instagram at Vicki X Dillard. Watch this. I gotta say this. This is a good time for us to make our demand for the original essential worker. Who is the original essential worker, Black family? Lord have mercy. Lord have mercy. Lord have mercy. K Woods, I bless your gift 1,000-fold. You just did something secretly for me, K Woods. Thank you, beloved. Thank all of you. I won't go there with all of the names and stuff, but you know who you are. Thank you for blessing Fly Nubian Queen, the network. And some of you have snuck and blessed me personally. I don't want to go off rattling names and stuff because I don't give my information, personal information out publicly like that. But I thank you all. Our moderators put my information in the chat, but I won't say it publicly a lot of times. But I want to just say thank you, because I'm a team player and I believe in the rise of the Black collective voice. Thank you for supporting us. Personally and Fly Nubian Queen. Listen, thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up. Who is the original essential worker, Black family? This is the reason why right now you've got Joe Biden, who's a presumptive Democratic nominee, talking about essential workers. You've got Donald Trump ignoring essential workers. This is a good time for us to remind the presidential candidate and the incumbent president, that credibly alleged rapist and racist in chief. This is a good time to remind them, cut the check, God, today, on behalf of the original essential workers. You wouldn't have nothing to maintain if it wasn't for the essential workers from 400 years ago. See, before America was America, we were building America. Lord have mercy. You all do know that we were on this side of the waters before America officially formed in 1776. You do know that, Black family. I said, who is the original worker? Let's have those tandem and parallel conversations. Somebody say, cut the check. This is a good time for us to tell Joe Biden, while you're demanding rights for the essential workers, hazard pay for the essential workers, the recognition of them keeping the economy going and them keeping our very lives going. This is a good time to acknowledge the current Black essential workers and the ones for 465 years ago. Shout out to you, Lena, who just gave a donation and said, cut the check. We want you to keep that same train of thinking going, just like you can understand the necessity of the essential workers today, who cook your food, who save your lives, who saves your lives, who takes out your trash, who does the jobs that, quote unquote, nobody else wants to do. Let's have both of those conversations, Black family. Let me remind us something here. Because you know, with Black folks, there's always multiple dimensional realities and conversations that's happening at the same time. Some of you who are considered to be essential workers in 2020, some of you who are who takes out their trash, who sanitize and cleans their homes and businesses, who are the aides and essential workers in hospitals and the medical industry. your truck drivers, your FedEx workers, your postal workers. Shout out to you, Pink Dot Average, for your gift. Remember, we just told you about, we talked about the fact how we disproportionately, Black folk, we disproportionately make up the essential workers. By the way, that's another reason why a lot of Black folks seem to be contracting COVID-19. And also why we are disproportionately dying, even though some of the numbers are fraudulent. Even though they're making mischief with COVID-19 in a lot of ways, we're able to prove that they are literally targeting us. How this was something that started with white folks and then it made its way into the Black community. This is not just happening to Black folks with pre-existing conditions. This is not happening to us because, like myself, I have an autoimmune illness that they tell me I'm going to have for the rest of my life that affects my major organ. This is also happening very likely because we disproportionately make up the areas where these essential workers are. We're the garbage men. We are the FedEx workers. We're the postal workers. We're the grocery store workers. We're the restaurant workers. We are in those very areas, those high density areas where catching it is likely. Prison, the nursing homes. You all know we make up these areas disproportionately. Don't just say it's because we are responsible for our own deaths, because some of us may have diabetes. Some of us may have heart conditions. Some of us have an autoimmune illness like myself. Shout out to you, Otis, for your $100 gift. Otis said, you deserve this. I'll pay my rent a week later. Oh, bless your gift 1,000-fold. Thank you for supporting this Black network. Thank you for supporting Fly Nubian Queen. Shout out to you, Michael Freeman, for your gift. He said the CDC has Black deaths at 17.9%. We're also undercounted in census by 2%. Absolutely, beloved. I don't remember the exact numbers in terms of CD at this point, but I do know that we're disproportionately affected in every area, every stat. They're making mischief when they're fudging the numbers and the like. They're lying about this and they're lying about that. Let me tell y'all something. Some of you all know that they're making mischief with COVID-19, right? But I've done too many shows that show you how white folks are going to places intentionally spitting on elevator buttons, door handles, going in stores, coughing and spitting on food in grocery stores. Remember, I brought you shows like that. I've told you that they have made a pact. White supremacists are out there having acknowledged that they're going to intentionally infect other folk. Some of you all have seen evidence where the very testing kits are contaminated. And some folks believe this is another reason why some of us seem to be coming up positive. Some of you also know that some of the tests are given a 50-50 false positives, meaning sometimes half of the times when people take the test and they think that they're negative, they actually might be positive. And half of the time if they're positive, they actually may be negative, right? We know that the media is pushing this as a fear tactic. But because there's so many ways that our open enemy is using this to attack us, that's why Black folk better be careful. Did you hear what I said? Because they're making mischief is not the reason you should let your guard down. Lord have mercy. You don't understand. We're not like everybody else. Your Congress folk are making mischief with this. The business folk, Wall Street is making mischief with this. Corporations are making mischief with this. The medical and pharmaceutical industries are making mischief with this. The airlines are making mischief with this. Because they are. That's the reason why Black folk better take cover. God today. That's the reason why if Black folks can start their own business and make their homes their headquarters. Somebody put that as a hashtag. Make your home your headquarters, Black family. If this forced you, mama and daddy, to start to let your children digitally go to school from home, keep it going if possible. This This ain't the time for you to say, oh, because they're making mischief in science, because they're making mischief with the pharmaceutical industry, because they're making mischief with the hospital, because the media is making mischief, because Congress is making mischief, because your religious leaders are making mischief. No, that means that's all the more reason we better be careful. Go to flynubianbusiness.com so that you can learn how to build your black business and start your side hustle. I'm somebody that's considered to be medically disabled, but guess what? I got my little bitty business I'm working on. It ain't much to some of you all, but I'm blessed. I'm here and I'm on purpose. God, today, somebody say, I'm blessed. I'm here and I'm on purpose. And I wish the same for you and your families. Make your house your headquarters. Make your house your headquarters. You don't know what that little extra $300-400 a month, that makes a difference. I can't speak for y'all, but it makes a big difference in my black life. Shout out to you, Roberto, for your gift. I bless your gift 1,000-fold. Thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up, family. Thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up, black family. Share this out. Some of you all on lunch breaks. Some of you all are sneaking, listening to me on the job. Make sure you listen now, listen later, let your children listen. Do y'all know how many messages I get from some of you that tell me how your young sons, your teenagers are listening to me? A sister at the mastermind that I did, she made her little girl, her daughter, listen to me with our mastermind class that we did yesterday night. Clubvicky.com. We sealed off our 7th mastermind class. Shout out to you, Carmen. This is my privilege. This is a high honor to inform and inspire my people in any way that I can. Do you all know that you make me have purpose to know that even when it looks like I can't make a difference because of a physical situation, that I can make a difference with a laptop and a cell phone? That I can help change the world like that? Y'all play too much. Shout out to you, Rome, for your gift. I bless it 1,000-fold. And that I can take even a portion of my funds and that I can turn around and I invest it in other black organizations and entities and people. Every bit of it matters. The seed always matters. The little thing always matters. Shout out to you, heir to the throne, for your gift. I like that title, heir to the throne. It said, children and puppies make mischief. Listen. I had a sister said in the comment that she couldn't wait for one of my shows because her little infant baby has a toy that's a hammer. And so her little baby girl had her hammer ready. Some of you all have told me life-changing things from watching the Vicki show, ideas that have come from the Vicki show. That's not me. That's us. That's the God. That's the collective gods. That's the ancestors. Joe Biden's newest hire, Jean-Pierre, the MSNBC contributor, she blocked me after I did a show that went viral on Your Black World. By the way, I'm a contributor on Your Black World TV. Make sure you guys are subscribed to Your Black World TV. And let me use this as a time to remind you, a lot of times when they're making mischief with my show, if the show is not at the end, if I'm still going, like in my show is going halfway, go over to yourblackworldtv.com and I'll go there. Make sure you subscribe to yourblackworldtv.com. Listen. It's fascinating to me. The people that come to me with these powerful testimonies of what's happening in their life, their business, and their family from watching the Vicki show. Oh my God. You all are changing lives by tuning in, by liking and sharing this podcast out. Those of you that give in your $5 and your $10, your $50, your $100, all of it matters to what we're doing here. And I'm just one part of the network of collective voices of Black women. Let me get back to this. I'm almost done. The original essential worker. Isn't that what I was talking about? The original essential worker. Watch this. Armin Walker, bless you. Listen. I was thinking about one of the many essential workers. And I was thinking about just some of the most iconic and historic buildings and places in America. The original founding fathers of this country is our mamas and our daddies. Don't y'all ever get it twisted. We built this. We sustained this, and we are currently maintaining it. Listen. The first Black person that entered the White House was a slave. Your presidents were complicit, obviously, in slavery, because the very ones that were writing those historical documents that they revere, like the Constitution, those individuals that wrote that madness, where they have all of these different principles that are venerated with these lofty and moral ideals that they didn't even hold when it came down to us. We shall rise. Thank you for your gift. We shall rise, says Vicki, will be our first prime minister when we get our Black government. Bless you, beloved. I may influence in another way. I wouldn't mind speaking into government without actually being a government leader in whatever little way that I can. Thumbs up, thumbs up. But thank you for your kind words. That's pretty powerful there. But listen. The White House, the DC area, was an area where transactions went down. The buying and selling of Black bodies. Somebody say the essential workers. Philadelphia's Independence Hall. How many of you all are familiar with that? How many of you all are familiar with that? What is it? Boston's Faneuil Hall or something as well. What about James Madison's Mount Pilliard? What about the White House? What about the Capitol? These are just a few that I'm just throwing out there. Do your research. What about Thomas Jefferson's estate? His plantation estate in Charlottesville, Virginia area. All of these were built by us. We built America as essential workers. Thank you, Eric, for your gift. I bless your gift 1,000-fold. You bless us all. I hope you and Dr. Anderson can do a segment together. Keep going. We thank you for your kind words. Thank you for your kind words. Listen, these essential workers and too many more to name. Shout out to you, Terrell, for your gift. Listen, we built this country. America, you would have nothing to maintain. Y'all know what they consider to be white gold. Black folks were the miners of white gold. Black folks were the curators of white gold. Do you all know what white gold is? Do you all know what white American gold was considered to be? Shout out to you, AJ White. You were right, AJ. AJ said we're more American than anyone. You got that right. We're more American than anyone and more patriotic than anyone. White gold was considered to be sugar. And then secondarily cotton. You got it. This is one of the reasons why in my beauty room and office and studio, you all know I call this room everything. Come on, somebody, because my home is my headquarters. My God, today. Because my home is my headquarters. I keep cotton as a reminder and a visible symbol of the ancestors. Y'all play too much. I feel them now. I keep this around me as a reminder of our ancestors, white cotton and sugar that was considered to be white gold. That our ancestors mined. You know how you mine gold? You mine diamonds. We were the miners of these things. And we now understand its intricacy and its inexplicable connection to white capitalism. Because it was because of that white gold sugar and that cotton, inter alia, among other things, that America received the advantage in this capitalistic society. America's advantage came about because of the theft of the original peoples that weren't just red people, they were black folk too. I've talked about that before. The death and the genocide of the original people of the planet, the original labor, the labor of the original people. Somebody say essential workers. Y'all know I'm gonna make it make sense. I'm gonna connect the dots in some way, form, or fashion. The original workers, the original essential workers. Baby, it was our black labor. Somebody talk black to me. They gave America the advantage that she has in this capitalistic society. This capitalistic society has its advantage because of that, because of us. And it is why we are still saying right now, cut the check. It's a good time for us to talk about that. Let me hurry up and get finished. Those buildings that I mentioned, those homes and plantations that I mentioned, we built that. Not only did we build it, because they had not just builders, but they had skilled, specialized laborers, skilled laborers. Somebody talk black to me. Essential workers that knew how to put stuff together that the white fragilicists didn't know how to do. You didn't have that specialty. Very quickly, thumbs up, thumbs up. Thumbs up, thumbs up, Black family. Keep liking and sharing. Don't forget to text the word Queens to 31996. Listen, George Washington. Y'all know that before DC was DC, George Washington was between Philadelphia and the original so-called, between Philadelphia, I want to say, in the New York area. Because DC, which is District of Columbia, I'm sure you all, I'm talking to intelligent Black people, so you know DC is not a state. You know the inhabitants of DC don't even, their vote, they're not even able to have a vote that counts there. Because DC is not a state, right? It's the District of Columbia. But that DC area didn't officially exist. We brought it into existence. When George Washington did the areas that he occupied, after we built the White House, which didn't exist originally, that wasn't the original headquarters, is what I'm trying to say, until we built it. Guess what? He brought at least 9 slaves with him in the White House. Y'all play too much. Your original founding fathers, after we built the White House, because remember, it didn't originally exist, at least 9 of our Black mamas and daddies attended your so-called founding fathers. Listen, Maria Judge, that name I brought up in the beginning, was one of the original, was one of the slaves of George Washington. She escaped in 1796. Do some research on her, Maria Judge. She escaped in 1796 after she learned that George Washington's wife, Martha, was going to sell her, was give her away rather as a gift. She snuck and escaped from, at the time, the most powerful man in the United States. She escaped from the president of the United States. Shout out to you, Queen Trina. She said, thank you, Goddess. You are truly a sister's keeper. Oh, thank you. It's my honor. And I bow to my sisters. I honor my sisters. Listen, Maria escaped after she got the heads up that they were going to, his wife was going to sell him off. Get rid of her as a gift, rather. Not, I think it was a wedding gift of some sort. Another one of George Washington's slaves was named Hercules. Somebody say Hercules. Hercules was a cook under James Madison. Y'all remember that? He had a slave by the name of Paul Jennings. Somebody say the original essential workers who worked inside of America's headquarters, America's capital, and built it and all of its most historical and revered edifices and buildings and plantations. Hercules escaped. He was one of George Washington's slaves. They escaped from the most powerful man in the country at the time. Paul Jennings was a slave of James Madison. We're talking about the essential workers. I was reminded of these while thinking on this FedEx brothers. Watch this. Paul Jennings wrote a memoir in the late 1860s, recounting his experience in the White House. How many of you all remember that around 1814 time frame-ish, the British were burning down the city. This is a place for intelligent Black people. Let's connect the dots. Well, Paul Jennings was writing a memoir, and while he was working with the president at the time, he was trying to salvage some of the items before they burned as well. He ended up buying his freedom, even though he was supposed to have been released. Dolly Madison, the wife of James Madison, she reneged on it and she didn't release him, but he ended up buying his freedom. But guess what Paul Jennings ended up doing? Dolly Madison ended up falling on hard times. Yes, the white supremacist Dolly Madison, the wife of James Madison, she ended up falling on hard times, being broke down because she wasn't a part of the upper echelon of society. And he ended up helping her with food and other resources, even after he bought his freedom. Shout out to you, Nancy, for your gift. I bless your gift 1,000-fold, Nancy. Nancy is a faithful supporter of FlyNubianQueenTV.com. Thank you. And so many others of you are consistent. Thank you all. Listen, I was disgusted when I found out. I said, what are you doing helping this white woman after he got his freedom? Because she done broke down. Y'all know me with you is kind, you is smart, you is important. But what made me feel a little bit better? What made me feel a little bit better is when I found out that our brother, they didn't call it this, but I'm calling it this. He was a kind of escape artist. He ended up using secretly his knowledge to help other Black folk escape. Do you understand that our ancestors knew they were at war, so they acted as spies? They moved in an underground railroad fashion at times. And Black folks, I have called for us over the last few days to act in the same manner. What do I mean? I mean, Black folk, we work as essential workers in all areas of people activity and in all business and corporations and systems. Is that right? We make up the essential, what's considered to be the essential, the six estates of society: the legislature, the judiciary, the executive branch, the press, business, and consumers. In every area where Black folks are, don't break the law, follow policies, but be wise and utilize your expertise, brothers and sisters, in those areas to bless your people. Did y'all catch that? Nellie Fuller, Dr. Francis Cress Welsing, they've both spoken about economics, which are the 9 areas of people activity: economics, education, entertainment, labor, law, politics, religion, sex, war, and counter-war. In all of those areas, what bit can you do? What little bit can you do that will add to Black liberation and the building of Black society? That's all I'm saying. I have so much more that I wanted to say, but I better stop. I've been going for quite some time. I didn't expect to go this long at this early show today. Thank you for tuning into the Vicki Show. Every one of you that gave, thank you. Every one of you that said talk Black to me, thank you. Everyone that commented, thank you. Every one of you that didn't do any of that. Those of you that gave thumbs up, some that gave thumbs down, thank you for tuning into the Vicki Show, the early Vicki Show today. Do us a favor and share this link out. If you came in late, make sure that you watch it later on. Share it with your family. Send this link to your family throughout the United States and even the world. And say, tune into this crazy lady with the big hair, the mixed match earrings, but who loves her people and who's broadcasting from a laptop using a phone, touching the world. The Vicki Show in whatever way that we can. My goal and my impact, how I see success, is not only the quantity of people. It's not just the large number of people, but it's the quality of people. Shout out to you, AJ. AJ said, we love you. I love you back. Oh, I love you all back. Mwah, I love you back. You don't know who you're influencing. When somebody tells me my daughter listen, my son listen, this happened in my business, this happened in my home, this gave me that idea. That's life. That's how I measure success. And because I don't know who else might be informed or inspired or empowered by my show, that's why I ask you to share it. And that's why I ask you to subscribe to the network, Fly Nubian Queen TV, because I'm not the only voice here. And we want to elevate powerful voices that gives you another key or another clue. Thank you so much. I love you to pieces. Shout out to our moderators. Thank you so much. Follow me on Instagram at Vicki X Dillard, and be sure to subscribe to my personal YouTube channel at vickidillard.tv. That's vickidillard.tv. Every one of you that supported me personally, privately, and most importantly, that supported the network, one of the networks that I'm affiliated with. Thank you so much. I came to you in peace. I leave you in peace. Assalamu alaikum. Shalom. Ma'at hotel. Namaste. Free the land, beloved.